I can't control it, okay? It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
Emotionally and mentally, this is the lowest I've been so far.
That shit, yo, bro. Think about what you just discovered.
Defense attorneys have proposed asking prospective jurors if they have opinions about people from New Jersey.
Y'all don't gotta clap at everything.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Oh yeah, Mo 3 times. Yo, oh my goodness. We're here again. It's another Thursday. It's another Thursday. And I am Mo 3 times, your hostess with the most. One more time. Oh, it's started already. I don't know if y'all know, but this is the YouTube channel Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, original podcast, and it is Thursday night, and we talking our shit so we can get our clicks. And also, you all know, it is the Me episodes live, but I got phones. And I got chat. So it's the we episodes. Don't you forget it. Hey, love, what's good? What's up, everybody? Excuse me. No, it's nice and low there. It's nice and low. All right, so I am. No, really, you want to know what's going on? It's so bright in here. It is so bright in here. I mean, this shirt is so bright, the light hits it and reflects it everywhere and looks crazy, so can't go wrong. The Eagles always got my back. I need to stop doing this.
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
Groovy.
There we go. Main lines in the building. Ramid 89, 89's in the building. 89's in the building. Love's in the building. Right? You hear that? These are my paws rubbing together, sounding like number 2 grit. That grit paper. I need to moisturize. I need to drink a bottle of olive oil. Chase it with a bottle of Evian. So, that's not a good way to start it off. Listen up. This is what I'm going to try to tell you tonight. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, how do you say, take the countdown away, Monopoly. And we're talking about monopolies. I don't know if you guys read the description of this show, but let me pull it up right now. Let's see what went up here. All right, so it says, listen up, folks. Hold on. I'll throw the camera back on. I have no shame here. I know what I look like. Listen up, folks. Tonight on the We episodes, Mo 3 Times is talking Monopoly. That's right. Live Nation and Ticketmaster are getting sued by the DOJ for monopolizing concert ticket sales, and it's a big shakeup in the entertainment world. But that ain't all, and we ain't stopping there, because the Supreme Court seemingly is monopolizing the justice system.
I can't control it.
I can't. I wish I could, but they're onto it. And also, love. Thank you. Flashback got me this. Young Lindo. He did. It's a great color. I love orange. Because honestly, between you and me, yellow is my favorite color. It's kind of weird, but yellow is my favorite color. But I'm like Tiger Woods. And when I read those things with the stars, it's always telling me red. Red is your power color. So my favorite color mixed with my power color equals this. And you know, Maurice, Reese's, whatever. Thank you. Is it? Am I too loud? Am I too loud? You guys gotta let me know sometimes. Main lines in the building. Oh, yo, did you guys check out, look at me. What am I doing here? I got no marketing at all going on over at these parts. But I'm gonna get it together. We got a little time off, and we're gonna use that to our advantage. We're gonna use it to our advantage. But let me show you guys. This is what we have going on. I'll take you to we had another episode of Mo Love with Mo 3 Times. That's moi. And Ev Love. Not sure if it was what's mama Wendy Williams, but somebody had been talking about a while ago about a tape of a rapper getting to some shit.
Oh, really?
In LA, and they were in Century City. All right, I'm not going to give it all up, because let me tell you what. I'm not going to lie. I tried to edit this to just sound all in my favor. I did. I put the fix in on the edits. But Ev Love tore me a new one. I did. I said that. Ev Love tore me a new one when I tried to advocate, whatever. Gotta check it out. We spoke about the Marjorie Taylor Greene from representative from Georgia, and Jasmine Crockett, who's a representative from Texas. They got into a back and forth on the House, and we talk about that on the Mo Love show. It's truly a pod. It's no face going on here. We throw some graphics up and some videos just to show you what's going on, but you don't get to see our gorgeous faces. No, I didn't mean to hit that button. I really didn't.
So listen. That's I got.
I didn't mean to hit that button.
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
What?
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
Yo, that's what she said. Flashback. Look, I got the shirt on. Guys.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
You already know. I love it. Once I start hitting that button, it's lights out. It's gonna be lights out. So, let me clear my throat. We spoke about Jasmine Crockett and Marjorie Taylor Greene. AOC made an appearance and threw a couple motions out. And let me tell you what, the immaturity of this nation's representatives and what is supposed to be it's been going around that this is in fact the worst Congress of all time. in American history. Not contemporary American history, not the worst Congress in the last 20 years. Like, of all time, they are saying, these political historians are saying, this is absolutely, positively the worst Congress at, and they're a big part of our government. You know, the triumvirate. The executive, which we concentrate on all the time, Biden and Donald Trump. And then it's these guys who make the laws. And then we got the judicial branch. You already know. Supreme Court. I wish I could stop.
Y'all killing me with this.
Because we're going to be talking about we'll get into the little Supreme Court there too. Ev Love is going to call in with some filthy about this dust, y'all. So that's what we'll be talking about this evening. Just to let you guys know, I'm a little belchy because I had the sparklings. Ev Love most definitely dropped the hammer on you Mo 3 times. That's what I was here for. I had to have a talk with her offline, like, on real. You're not just going to be getting on the mic and just manhandling me. You're just not going to do that. You're not. That's not what's going to happen. But honestly, with the topic that we were talking about, she is, and I believe will be for sometime in the future, very passionate about the topic, especially when we got to the Sean Combs part. That video was atrocious. It was one of the worst things that I have ever witnessed in my life. Followed up by the apology, which is one of the worst things that I ever witnessed in my life. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Ev Love will call in. She'll call in later and discuss the updates in that galaxy, and we'll talk about that. Guys. We'll talk about that. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Let me bring the chat up. What am I doing? How can I not bring the chat up? There you guys are. It looks like it's all Ev Love and flashback, but yeah, I see you guys. It's spread out evenly. It is. Definitely. So loud. All right, so tomorrow, Civil War drops on streaming. We've been talking about this movie. You get to view it in your house if you haven't seen it. And I recommend it. It was a very good film. And I can't wait to get a second viewing of it because I only got the one time in the movie theater. And I just want to give it another once again. But here it is. There we go. Yeah, right there. Check it out. Ramen was good. Like Gina did Martin. No, Ramen. Not like, she didn't do me like Gina did Martin. Remember the episode where Hitman Hearns gets Martin in the ring and lumps him up? Yeah, you know it. This classic. Yeah, there we go. That's what she did to me. Like, really, this is me. This is Love. And this is you guys, the viewers. No, well, this guy. This is you guys, the viewers, watching this. It ain't nothing. She was just, very outspoken, and you guys kind of got a glimpse of what I have to deal with in my personal life when she gets passionate about things. Like, she just does not want to hear it. She puts those, yeah. She tries to put those feet down. And that's what happened. I got Hitman Hearns. The radio show. Oh, no. You guys send me a link to the episode. What we gotta do. That's all I can think about. So tell me in the chat, what are you guys up to? What are you guys up to? What's new? Anything new? I got some questions for you guys. I got some questions for you guys in the chat. And I need you to participate. I need you to participate. But I do have some questions for you in the chat, and let me bring it up. We are Siamese, if you please. That's racist. Kind of is. It just is. Let me get to it. All right, so every now and then, I need to get some good food in me, and I would like to shout out the Hatcher Kitchen of South Jersey for hooking me up with the salmon, the dirty rice, the mixed veggies. It was delicious. There might have been something else in there. I don't remember. But if I show you my plate right now, only thing you will see is it's just a little bit of skin of the fish, But honestly, guys, that's my dirtiest little segue into saying, I got questions. Is it freezing? Am I green? Oh, you know what? I'm looking and my stuff is red right now. It's red. Hold on for a second. No, I'm connected. It says I'm connected. But I'm going in the red. It's like someone's messing with me. Give me un momento, por favor. By the time this is done playing, I'll be back. See? That shirt's so bright. I gotta cover it up. All right. Is that better? No, I'm still, it says I'm dropping frames. I don't know what's going on. It isn't. And like I was explaining to her, like I agree with everything that she said, but I honestly, I gotta present the other side. But from what we're seeing so far with this dusty ass guy, I mean, it's not looking good. I know you're not supposed to. He needs to have his day in court, but we just seen video evidence of some fuckery.
Look at me out here dodging raindrops, Simone.
You know what I mean? And then we saw an apology, which I broke down, and I broke that apology down. And that's why sometimes I tell Love, don't be so passionate, because I was breaking it down and I was getting to my point that I honestly believe that Diddy is a sociopath. And when I came up with my little amateur body language readings, a lot of other people agreed with me with what I was saying. Like, that is naturally in someone's body language to do that. Now, that's just by default. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have, different behaviors or anything like that. But I think I thoroughly explained that in the show. But like, I was honestly given an honest assessment as an amateur body language expert on how I felt, how shitty his apology was. And I think more or less me and Ev Love was on the same page, but sometimes I don't get around to it, or I don't go as intense as she does, and, I get beat up for that. So,
Look at me out here dodging raindrops.
That's usually what happens. She agrees? Does she agree? Does she agree? Whew. Thank God. Because I'm back up. I got like mad bars over here. Got mad bars over here now. After we went through that. I think it was It was love. She held the cable. She wanted me to clarify for you guys and get it right, and so now I can go on with my show. That's what's going on here.
Amen.
But yeah, I got questions. Come on, let's get to know each other here. Come on. This is what we need. Let's fellowship right now.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
I mean, my phone lines aren't open. They're up if you want to call in and listen in, but they're not open right now. But honestly,
Many people know them as the Jump Out Boys in their city.
jump out, gang. You're up in here. Let's answer some stuff. And I'll be easy. I'll be light. But I have questions. Maybe I should clear this screen. Maybe hop off the screen and just boom. I got questions. First question for you guys. What childhood memory makes you smile? Let me know. Tell me. What childhood memory makes you smile? Can you type it in the chat in maybe less than 5 words? 5 words or less. Just 5 words that pop out when you think about that time. 5 words. Pole, mirror, camera, titties. Cheeseburger, that's my 5th word. That's mine. Think about this. Think about a childhood memory that makes you smile. Honestly, it'll do wonders for your life. Anybody. Beat up, LOL. Those are, please, I hope that's not a childhood memory. P. Dusty. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. Nope, anything? Anybody got any crazy hobbies? Lindo, I'm Mhafa 13 on PS5. Hell diving, that's one of my hobbies. I'm a hell diver. If you don't know, I hate when people say Google it because, sometimes it's better to have that human exchange that you can't just get from a Google, even though I Google many of things. But yeah, I'm a hell diver. It's a video game. I'm a gamer, guys. And I got into video games when I was very, very young. There was this thing on the floor, and it was a black plastic obelisk. And on the upper left-hand corner of it was a orange button, and then there was a cable. It went to some type of system or whatever. But I knew that it had this game that I liked called Pole Position. I'm an Atari baby, and I'm gonna be gaming forever and ever. Till I get the carpals, then I'm gonna switch to keyboard and mouse. That's what I like to do. Think about your hobbies. Think about this. Ask these questions, and I'm asking these because, when you think about good things, if you're going through anything in life, you think about your good things and focus on good things tend to happen. That's all I'm saying. It's Thursday. I know it's been a long week. Caro.
I can't control it, okay? It's in my...
And speaking of that, after a hectic day, what is the way that you like to unwind? Anybody want to participate? I'm boiling in here. Boiling in here, trying to get to know you. No? Drinks. Anybody like to hit the Benjamin, if you will? The Penelope.
I can't control it, okay?
Some
it's
people
in my
smoke
family.
some
My
weed.
father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
Some people let their dog lick their feet. If you let your dog lick your feet, call in. Let's discuss. 313-825-5557. The thing that bothered me the most is truth is buried for so long that the statue and the deals made behind the scenes minimize the tragedy. And this is mainline. I'm assuming, but I know I'm not assuming that we're still talking about Cassie and Diddy and everything on the video I am assuming that video was leaked. For what? We're about to see. We are definitely about to see.
First of all,
The Dominican Republic flag family. Come on, love. I know what else makes you happy. You like those Starbucks. And getting her nails did. Morning, sunshine, summertime.
Bleached blonde.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
I like that. Me too. I like a good quiet morning. And I like the sunshine too, but I do prefer an overcast, little drizzly, rainy day. I got that Eeyore in me, if you will. Pause. Yeah, pause. Here's one. First time playing Tekken 3 oh man, I remember when Tekken 3 came out. I had the t-shirt and everything because we pre-ordered that one. That's when pre-ordering meant something. And me and Flashback used to fight 50 rounds apiece in Tekken. We used to fight 50 rounds in Tekken, and I used to train him up so he could beat the guys at work. Oh yeah, we had unlocked every. Oh, it was Tekken 3. That is a great memory. You guys don't know, Tekken 3 is a video game. Young Lindo is also. He's a gamer. I remember he had the Ninja Turtles game. When I went over there, I would always play it, and he was always great at it, and I was not so great at it. But he's a real gamer.
First of all,
Real for real.
don't argue.
You remember that with Jen? Is that Jen? I think that's Jen on the cover. Fire things. And you know what? That's my guy right there. Howard Rang. That is my guy. I used to make that controller go around, spin the block. And then that number 2 controller would never ever get to me when I use this guy. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's making me feel awesome just thinking about this. This is amazing. Watch video from the side, man. What are we talking about here, Ramid? Please, indulge me. What are we talking about here? Can you clarify? Because sometimes I'll be slow. You know I'll be slow. I got Google up for you right now. I probably shouldn't. Among Us? No. Music video. They got a video. Is this what we're talking about? Let's check it out. Guys, we are going down a portal right now.
For certain questions, we have experts or challenges that will help sort out any differences the sidemen may have. But before we start...
All right, here we go.
Oh, looks like a Smurf, man. Oh! Oh, no.
Oh, that's a great edit.
Also, jacket's coming out a bit weird at the back.
Toby, turn sideways. Toby, turn sideways.
Oh, wow, he got it. He's busting on his tailoring, or lack thereof. Very sophisticated.
Do you think he dressed himself this morning?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I throw pounds in the air. Francs.
I'm unsure about the shoes.
Deutschmarks.
Those shoes.
What are they doing?
They're not my bad.
What are we doing?
Oh, bro. Why are you coming
No, you have like an aggressive.
I like it. It's like
That takes confidence.
the boys getting together, effing around right now. I think it's dope. Mainline's back with it. Yes, statute of limitations creates so many loopholes in the law. Now, I think during our conversation, Mo 3 times, myself, and Ev Love, I think we came to this consideration when it came to statute of limitations on such things. Like, if you have come across, smoking gun type evidence, like video, like we saw the video from the hotel in Cassie Combs' situation, and then if you can present that after how many years, then I would say yes, maybe. That's what we went to. But then I'm also thinking it could bring cases where, hey, Cassie had the tape. Not saying this happened. This is just pure, make believe. But Cassie has the tape. Puff knows about it. That's her concrete evidence, so she knows she can drop it any time. In that meantime, while she's debating whether she wants to drop it or not, she's low-key, extorting him and blackmailing him and, forcing him to, provide money and favors for her. And while she decides what she wants to do with that tape, and then whenever she feels like it, she can go ahead and, on top of all of that, throw him in jail. Is that right? That's kind of double jeopardy-ish.
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body. Bleached.
I mean, it is crazy. I think really at the end of the day, and this is what I was thinking in the shower, where I get most of my thoughts. I get my second best thoughts. First thoughts we won't talk about. Third thoughts, walking Django. But I was thinking about this. I think really it's just on us to first of all, for people to resolve their issues without violence. And first and foremost, teach young men and men of all ages to, keep their hands to themselves, especially when it comes to the delicate flowers of our species. And then tell women that, hey, if this is going on, you need to tell somebody about this and tell them how to handle their situation so they're not stuck in a situation where they feel afraid or threatened and alone. Like, we have to empower women so that they will be strong enough to leave these type of situations and how to handle those situations. And it just felt like Cassie had made up like an effort to get out of there, and that elevator was a little too slow. And I love it in the movies, because in the movies she gets in the elevator, as he grabs for her, she kind of smacks his hand, and the elevator, even though we know the elevator doors are supposed to bounce right over, the elevator kind of bites his hand, bounces back, and then his hand goes back through, and she's safe. She can make it through. He's not hitting those steps in that towel. But, also because she didn't make it to that elevator, we got to see the viciousness of what was going on in those case files. And, man, dirty business.
Groovy.
Right? Me too, Mainline. I love music. And I thank you, because you like to send music, and you post like different types of music, because I like all different genres of groove. But one of my favorite songs that I would be listening to around this time is the Mo Money, Mo Problems. Kelly Price, Diana Ross cover, remix by Bad Boys Own, starring Sean Combs and Mace on the track. And now when I listen to it, oh man, I'm gonna have to keep it in the earbuds if I listen to it, but it's never gonna have the same pop. Like when Diddy started going through this back in November, I was like, I threw on music and I was like, yo, they had so many hot songs. Like Bad Boy was such a good label and they put out such good music, and it feels like all of that shit's gonna go down the drain because of his depravity. Like he has done something so foul and so filthy that it is going to affect anybody that was associated with him. You're going to have to look at anybody that ever took, pictures with him or came to those parties or said anything kind of tongue-in-cheekish. You know how we're seeing little videos and clips of, oh man, they have a double meaning there in that interview between Ellen and Diddy. So it's just sad that us, the consumer of this music, we're losing a whole generation of music. Because let me tell you what, and this is I have to say allegedly here. Yo, like Jay-Z has to be next. We're talking about all of the rumors that I heard growing up listening to this music, like little hush-hush things that you're like, oh, they're just making it up or whatever. Like, all of this shit is coming true. And there have been so many Jay-Z rumors throughout the years. If anything over 5% of those rumors are true, then damn it, man. We're going to have a lot to talk about.
Defense attorneys have proposed asking prospective jurors if they have opinions about people from New Jersey.
Hey, love.
Hi.
What's going on?
I'm calling you because you're talking about Diddy and you asked me to call in.
That's the children saying. All right, I got to bring the Dusty back up now. All right, so love, check this out. Check this out. By the way, guys, our call-in line is 313-825-5557. I appreciate everybody that is in the chat, everybody that's watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you could go one step further, just put one leg in front of the other for me, I would appreciate this greatly. I'm looking in this live right now. I just gave myself a like because if you don't like yourself, who the hell else gonna like you? But if you could kindly throw me a like, I'd appreciate that. And if you don't want to do it for me, do it for love.
I can't control it. Yeah, do it for me. It's in my family. My father said
I
it's on his
appreciate
side.
it. All right, love. So back to the Dusty Combs.
Mm-hmm.
What are we thinking here? You said some. You were giving me some information
I was calling
in
because
passing.
I was reading.
Mm-hmm. I'm here. Can you hear?
I was calling because I had read earlier today
Mhm.
that she in her lawsuit, Kathy said that he used to ask her for her period blood. I asked her and what was I forget her name, the one that died, that was
Kim?
the mother of his kids.
Somebody
his
sent me
daughters.
something on my
And
phone
Kim,
and said that
that for their period blood, so that they could have some sort of ritual and then they would drink it. I absolutely believe that because everything else you said on there, it's true. So why would this be a lie?
Oh wow!
Disturbed. I'm so disgusted.
And
so
she would
I
do
looked
it.
up like what it means to drink this blood.
And she would do it.
She would give him the blood.
I think the way the
Ritual,
reason why
whatever it
the
is.
video was leaked is because they're going to require her testimony. Like she's going to have to get up and she's going to have to testify to some of those things. That's why I think this is coming back out. I think it's because they're trying to nail his ass to the wall. And some people are saying that Sean Combs, Like, they were speculating that they got the video leaked because this is something that the feds got when they raided his houses months ago. And I don't know, like, who in the hell would keep that footage? Like, why would you? That would even be, if this is true, if that's true, and I don't believe it. I think that's just rumor. But if that's true, if you kept that footage, man, that borders on like serial killers when they be keeping a toe or a lock of hair or fucking button. Like, oh my God, sir, you got a drawer full of buttons. He just got a whole bunch of videos.
People that do that, they gotta have some sort of psychological issues because it's just not normal. Like, let's not make this weird things normal. Like, I know that people say, well, you know, they have money and they do different shit. But honestly, they were poor like us. They were regular folks like us at one point. So, like, where does the change happen? You know, like, at what point does it happen? At what point are you supposed to do these things? Are you required to do these things once you have money and you have some sort of power? Like, it's just weird.
I don't know.
Behavior. It's not normal. Like, regular folks like you and I are not drinking blood. Like, I'm not collecting my period blood. Here, hubby, go celebrate with the other folks.
You just say that because like, every now and then, when you act a damn fool and then you give me a plate of spaghetti, I look at you sideways. Seriously. Don't try to make yourself look innocent. You be doing brujeria on me, yo.
Don't be cute.
Putting up with y'all.
Don't be cute now.
Put up with that shit.
There is no thought. Show up on the show. And the brand... That's not true.
What? Trying to put your essence in my bowl of ragu. Am I ragu?
No. First of all,
I'm sopping up your essence with some garlic bread. So, like where this goes, like some Instagram. So there is like testimony, like there's going to be testimony coming out because I didn't see. Listen, I didn't go through that PDF with the fine tooth comb. I put that link in the previous shows, but I didn't go through it with a fine tooth comb. But if this is coming out of those court documents that she filed when Diddy refused to, then damn it, I'm about to have to read. I know I got it over here. We're definitely going to have to go back through that.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are people are posting, and then that was one of the things that people found on there, and I was like, wow, that's really interesting because it just gives you kind of like a little sneak peek in what these people are doing that we don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just him.
Right.
He had a lot of powerful people at those parties. So, like, who was joining him at drinking the blood? I don't know. She didn't specify that. She probably wasn't in those rituals. So she probably wasn't part of it. So she probably doesn't know who was there. And perhaps that's why she never didn't say who it was.
But she
says,
and these are in the
to say who it
I
was?
provided Diddy with my monthly flow, which they ate at their parties. Cassie leaked court documents. That, ma'am, is
stuff. She said they?
Do we actually like, I get it. Like, people are, like, honestly, people are curious, no click on things. That's kind of why I have this show here, because I click on things all the time like that. But is it necessary that we even... This is amazing. If this is all true, and let me tell you what, Diddy is going to get it's going to be an OJ thing. They're going to, if he goes to court or when he goes to court, it's going to be 18 different angles. They're going to have the all-star team of court illustrators in there like they got at the Trump trial. Nancy Grace is going to be all over it. It's going to be on Court TV. It's going to be on CNN. It's going to be on Fox News. There's going to be breaking news. They're going to be talking about each and every witness that comes on the stand. This thing's going to be completely overdone. They're probably going to call out some of the best A, B, C-list rappers of the 90s and early 2000s. And it's just going to be just a parade of shit. Are we ready for this?
I can't wait.
You ready?
I cannot wait.
You can't wait for this.
A lot of the truth comes out because I feel like there's just so much that's hiding. and there's so much filth and disgusting things that these people do. I just cannot wait to find out, like, what is it that they do? Why? Like, what's the intention? Like, I don't know. It's just, not that I care, because obviously I would never. I mean, there's just allegedly a lot of weird stuff happening.
Right. This is.
But
Just
we don't really know the details. So hopefully they have some videos showing, what happened at these parties. I don't know though.
Hoes got young bodies. They've
Honestly,
been.
though, there are way too many powerful people at those parties.
Listen,
I don't know that they would actually show it. That would be some serious shit.
If this was going on in gymnastics, and they blew apart the United States gymnastics program because of things like this going on. I mean, this behavior seems to be pervasive in not only the music, but also movies and all of the entire entertainment industry as a whole seems to have, by and large, a huge population of sexual deviants amongst them. And they don't get any type of backlash or ridicule or oversight from any of our law enforcement programs here in the United States. And it is amazing to me, the power of social media, that people can show a video here. And I'm not talking about the Cassie video, but I'm talking about from someone having a leaked video of Hannibal Buress talking about Bill Cosby, to us being locked down in COVID and people watching Surviving R. Kelly, to the feds looking at media takeout and all of these type of like urban social media outlets and saying, oh shit, Cassie went through this and this and this and this happened and this. Hey guys, did you read this PDF about what Diddy's going through? Those agents are our age. Those agents grew up singing I've Been Around the World, singing Carl Thomas, and they're like, oh shit, Diddy's a trash bag. He's a scumbag. And this is where we are. Once again, like I said, Cat Williams did say 2024 was. And one of the things I said about social media that I do like about social media, one of the good things is that that from here on out, the people that you look up to, your entertainers, your actors and your actresses, you're basically going to know everything about them from their beginning of their career to the end of their career. There's not going to be any surprises. There's not going to be somebody who's going to be able to be like, all right, after Frank Sinatra dies, let me go write my tell-all book of all the shit we used to do in Palm Springs. Like, you're going to know, and you're absolutely getting positively have the chance to, make your assessments of if you want to consider consuming their products that they're offering you. And I think that is awesome. But it's also disappointing because it seems like no matter what people find out about somebody like this, there's always a way that there's a defense for it. What do you think about that? 'Cause
I told you that. I was going to say, I told you, and we had spoke about this last week, how a lot of the people that are in the comments that I have read, a lot of them are women defending him and saying, oh, well, she took the money, so, oh, well, as if the money is going to make her forget the trauma. As if, she's not going to live with flashbacks and probably need therapy the rest of her life because of what he did to her. Like, he didn't just like one time her and he was drunk and, and he worked on himself and, no, he repeatedly this woman. And in the horrible way that he did it, we saw a picture of it. I mean, a video of it.
We got to see a video of it. You're absolutely right.
The sad part is that a lot of people were saying that they didn't believe her. And even after the video, people are still saying, oh, well, why did she stay? Like I mentioned and I think I said this on our show.
I mean,
that we just recorded
I
last week
remember
or this
when
week.
you showed the like when I got the video. I remember I replied to you. I was like, "Nah, it's not him. That's CGI. Like that's AI. Like haha, like a LOL thing." And you were heated, and I was like, "Oh shit."
Right.
She's not fucking around with this, yo. She is not fucking around with this. But like, I thought it like there's I only thing I can do is go to a good joke when you see something like that. Like, take the heat off of the situation because that was ridiculous.
There's no joking matter.
And I only replied after the second time I watched the video because the first time I was like, damn, like I had no words. I thought like it's bad, but then like in my mind when I saw him reach down and she goes like being dragged through the hallway, I'm like, yo, he's got her by like her hair. Like that's crazy. Like that is the most caveman of the caveman right there. Luckily, fortunately always, that wasn't the case, but still, it was one of the most it's up there when you see like Ray Rice throwing that hook, like Ray Rice is throwing a hook at somebody that's trying to steal his watch or something when he hits his, thin fiance, now wife. But like just watching the brutality here, how he's controlled, he's doing it with a towel, one-handed, holding his towel and going through that does not look like somebody that's under the influence of any alcohol or drugs that's doing that. He's under the influence of straight up anger, rage, and yeah, I'll just end it right there. That was just a very, very, extremely terrible thing to watch. And to see her lay there and I don't know, she's just stunned or she's just playing dead, like, yo, just let me lay down. I just give up, whatever. And then he goes over her and kicks her. And then I didn't get to see the video that clear, but it's been described as he's dragging her back, he's taking glass vases that are on display for decoration in a hotel, and he's like throwing them while, he's yanking around. He's throwing these vases at her, basically slapping these vases down on her so she can get cut up. And like, that's crazy. Oh, I see. I got calls in here. All right. Level up, stay in. Talking shit, getting clicks, Mo 3 times.
I don't know how to hog tie people.
Hey.
What would I hog tie?
What's up?
Hello?
What's up? Talking shit, getting clicks. You're on, Mo 3 times.
Hey, Mo, this is Mainline on the line.
Hey, Mainline.
I don't know if I was hearing another voice in there. That's why I was kind of confused.
You're coming in loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, I was just calling in because, first of all, I wanted to say is that when I heard about the video being released, I had promised myself that I wasn't going to even watch it because I know I just imagined how disgusting it would be, and but since you put it up there and I know that I have a large amount of respect for your integrity, as a journalist and as a media person. So I did see it when I watched the show that you and Ev Love did, and what I took from the video is that when I was, and I hate to go back in history, but there was a situation with Patty Hearst, the oil heiress, when she was involved with the so-called Symbionese Liberation Army out of California. They had kidnapped her, and subsequently, by them kidnapping her, they had brainwashed her in what is known as the so-called the Stockholm syndrome, meaning that they got her to rob banks and do everything that against the system that they that they had in mind to do. But the point that I'm making is that with the people in entertainment, we live our lives vicariously through them, and we only and what we are attracted to is the images that they project, and imagery is one of the most powerful things there is. And so what happens is when we get a chance to see the rest of the story or the underbelly of what the type of people they really are, we go into denial and we just don't want to accept it, And it's hard to find somebody being right or somebody being wrong when the whole situation is wrong. There's nothing positive that you can gravitate to accept the fact that that we're being entertained. But and I was just mainly wanted to say, the point that I wanted to make was that when you work in an environment like that, where fear is always being projected, not necessarily to you, but other people around you, they get to see things, and they are affected negatively by that fear. And people say, well, why didn't she just leave? How are you going to leave when you're afraid to leave? And where are you going to go when you don't feel somebody has convinced you that you can't be protected? And then they say, oh, well, she's waiting, she's doing it for the money. I mean, and rightfully so, she deserves something. I mean, because no human being deserves to be treated like that. But my thing is that when you have to pay a person money, why then does the law say that if the lawyers get together and say, okay, well, we're going to pay you, but you can't say this person's name ever out your mouth, or you can't tell about what happened, or this person's, or you can't, then you tell the other party, well, you can't mention their name. I mean, you can go on and on, I mean, you look at the situation like with Trayvon, with Trayvon when he got killed, they were trying to make him the poster boy, but once his family took that money, for his death, then the situation was said that, look, you can't talk about X, Y, and Z about this situation, So apparently, so because of the stipulations that the law had put involved, that his parents became mute. I mean, and they became, physically the symbol. But as far as them having an impact on with words, they had to dummy up, And so that is what happened with this industry. And not to ramble on, but the thing about it, Puff Daddy, he's going to be the fall guy, because and I said this before, because the music industry is. Because it is AI, it is going to change. It already has, but it's going to continue to change drastically. So they're getting rid of all of the dead weight, and Puffy was dead weight. And when they get finished with him, I agree with you 100%. The next one to fall is going to be JC, because he is just as foul as Puff Daddy. And then then after that is going to be the guy 50 Cent. He's going to be the next one. So what they and they have to be the sacrifices, because the perverts and the so-called power people in the music industry who are just as much moralists as these guys are, as the Puff Daddy guys are. They have to protect themselves. So all of it, that's why the video was released, because I guarantee you the videos that they have with the so-called, all of the so-called power broken people that they have doing the perverted acts, it's not going to ever be exposed, And I personally, and I personally think, but I personally think that the raids on those houses, 3 houses, I think that was a big farce, because they had already got everything that they needed to protect the next level of people up. They already had that, but they had to put on that show, the Dog and Pony show, to make it appear as if they were really in search of something. But all that said to me, just as an observer, is that Puff Daddy was going to go down. That he was going to be the first sacrifice on that level. Because you know, ain't no way you can't tell me that you can have Puff Daddy as going down, and then you mean to tell me Clive Davis, you know, who's a known pervert, and you know that you don't have no film on him, you know, and you know, I mean, you know, he's the same guy who told Whitney Houston that before he signed Whitney Houston that she looked too ethnic and she had to get her nose cut. She had to have a nose job done because she looked too ethnic, you know.
Right.
And you know, then you look at her there. So, but what I'm just throwing that out there to say that there are the people that's on the real on the next level of power. They're protecting themselves, and so I really believe in my heart of hearts that P. Diddy, then the guy Jay-Z, and then that guy 50 Cent. Those are the guys that's going to be in line. I think they got all of those ducks in a row. I really believe it because you know, it just makes sense, you know, to me. But far as with the other people, you know, not only females but males too, they're all suffering under the same syndrome because they don't know the fear that they have. First of all, they don't want to lose what they think they have, and if they have a chance to gain something, they want that. And as wrong as it is, by right, they should have that. They should be compensated for them being humiliated in their lives like that. But again, they made the choice to do that, you know. But that doesn't justify the fact that they should have to be treated and inhumanly, or that they should have to fear for their lives and fear for their well-being because you know they were involved with those situations, and it's just wrong, man. You know. So,
now,
anyway,
can I ask you a question? Do you think that that we shouldn't think that anyone made him do the things that he did? Like, should we just hold him?
No.
Do you think that other people made him do stuff like that?
No, I don't. It goes with the turf. Love, and hey, I enjoyed your Sunday. You know, if you I really did enjoy you because you was hitting points. I was over here smiling. You know, because I appreciated the fact that you were giving things from a female perspective, and see, and that's the thing with men. Men, we kind of look at things from one thing, but when it's happening from a female perspective, it's completely different, and I really appreciate that. But to your question, no, nobody was making him do that. Here's the thing with famous famous people and people that's in so-called rich and famous in entertainment. Okay. Their appetites are never satisfied, okay? And by that mean is that, first of all, with that lifestyle, this is what's involved. You got sex, first of all, you got drugs, and then you got rock and roll. And the rock and roll, when I say rock and roll, I mean whatever your fetish is, whatever turns you on. That's what you're gonna have at your disposal. So all of those things are negative in that arena. And so the more that you see that you can do, it escalates you because you continue, instead of vibrating up, you lower yourself and you become below the animal level. So everything is animalistic, you know. And so whenever you can act those pleasures or whatever your fetishes is, and then impose them on other people, then that's great. You know, and it's great to you, but the problem is that you as a perpetrator of those things, you are never satisfied. You know, so instead of having one woman in the bed, you want 3 women in the bed. You know, and you're still not satisfied. You know, and then the next thing you know, you instead of 3 women, you want 3 men in the bed with you. You know, and that's not sad. You know, that's not. So what I'm saying is that when you're doing things negative like that, your appetite is never satisfied. So it becomes insatiable, and you just continue to go on and on and on, and then you don't find that out until you get to the level where you think that you want to be, and you find out that the people that brought you to that level is they got the same problem as you. That they're a bunch of perverts, and that they have insatiable appetites. You know, so hence with all of this sacrifice and the Illuminati
drinking
stuff,
the blood
you know,
and all that stuff.
Yeah. It all goes with it. So yes. And so that's just my take in dealing with human nature, you know. And so every, you know, and the part about it is that everybody involved in the industry is guilty of it to some degree. Now, the ones who don't want to take it any further, they're not in the industry anymore. Or the ones that get to a certain point and say, hey, you know, that are fortunate enough to say, hey, man, I had enough of this. You know, then they become minimized, you know. I was a matter of fact, I was looking today at this guy, he was an actor named Trevor, his name is Howard. I don't know. Terrence Howard, okay.
Howard, yeah.
And I was just listening to him on this Joe Rogan program, and he was explaining the different things about about chemistry and atoms and creation, you know. And now, but every time I've seen him on anything, it's always to make it appear is that he's crazy, you know. But and he knows what's going on with the game, and he's been affected by the way that things operate in Hollywood. Okay. So the way that you isolate him, and then that way you modify his effectiveness to go against the system or to tell the truth, and you make him crazy, you know. And he's the kind of guy, he knows what the game is. The next thing you know, you see him on TV or on a video, he got a whip, look like a woman's wig on. You know, so he said, okay, y'all want to say I'm crazy, then I'm going to look crazy, you know, but that's not going to stop me from what I'm doing, you know. But that's the game that's played, you know, and it's all about imagery. And yes, and it's really sad. And the thing I think, love that we have to suffer is because the vibrations and that we get from them as of the gifts that they have, and the arts and entertainment and the vibrations that they put out, you know, we're attracted to that. That's by nature.
Exactly. I think a lot of people look. I think a lot of people look up to them, and then unfortunately they're so disappointed by and let down by them, because you think, oh, look, there's a young black man that's is inspiring to other young black men and women, and then all this dirt comes out, and it's like, it never fails. It seems like every single person that we look up to, that's supposed to be an example for us, is always like all this dirt. And I'm looking at Amo 3 Times' face. He's like, "Come on, can I talk? This is my show."
Well, I'm sorry, I can't see his face because I'm on the phone, but I know that look.
I'm on the phone too.
Southern Belle, what's up?
But no. Well. I think also that he got that look, but I think he also knows that we're there to support what our views and the interests of the show. So it's not like we're trying to take over anything, But
no, we appreciate you calling in, David.
All right. We episodes live.
It's always nice to hear, somebody else's perspective. So thank you for calling in, David.
Yeah. No. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay on, mainline. Because I got some questions. I got some questions and some comments. Because you said a lot. I love it. I love it that you went. Like 2 minutes in, you said that you were taking long, but you went and you covered a lot of topics. And one of the things that I wanted to comment on is when you were talking about Cassie possibly having like a Stockholm syndrome and comparing it to Patty Hearst, who was kidnapped, and they had her, doing bank jobs and everything back in what, the 70s, like
Mhm.
early 70s. So
yes,
like that was a great point of view, because a lot of people, including myself, was be like, yo, like why didn't you leave? Like, if he's doing all this stuff, like why didn't you leave? Like you are a pop star, you would seemingly have money and access to get the hell out of there if you wanted to. But then you go back and you watch this video and you actually see she's had it, and she's fleeing basically for her life with her shoes off, trying to tiptoe. And usually like I said, usually in the movies, you get into the elevator and you see him as the doors close. It's a little scary moment, but that door closes and you make it out safely. But this time, the monster made it to her before the elevator got there, and we can absolutely positively see why people are in those situations and they don't leave, or they've tried to leave and shit like this happens to them. So I just thought that was an excellent point that you made with the Stockholm syndrome. And then like further down the line, towards the end, when you were talking, you were bringing up the Illuminati, and Love was bringing up the subject of them consuming blood and people's life essences and everything like that. And then now I pose my question to Love. You know, in this household, I talk about that stuff like that. I talk about the movies and the little hand signals they do, and I show you the black and white floor here, or how they did the portals, or look at this red and blue color scheme that they seem to use in all of these major motion pictures. And you have always been very, very skeptical of what I'm saying, but I did hear you talk about this Illuminati stuff. Are you starting to believe that there's like some extra, I don't know
that the
extraordinary
name is something
evil
that's necessarily it
in this world?
I believe in Illuminati. I think I believe that there is something that they do.
Yeah.
Like yes, they do things that are not
like the
common.
Ninth Gate?
The regular people don't do.
You know, like when we were watching the Ninth Gate and they had the robes on and they were doing like rituals and everything, or when we were watching Lovecraft Country and they were trying to get their hands on special books to make portals and grab somebody's blood and get blood from a royal bloodline. You don't believe stuff like that is, or like, are you still skeptical? Or are you coming around and believing that, hey, there might be something to all of this?
No, I told you, listen, I come from a country where witchcraft is big. And I believe it as much as I believe in God. I also believe in the other side of it. And the devil is very real, and he uses a lot of people.
No doubt.
And he uses those people. You see, when you find out all the things that they're doing, there's never anything good. Like it's always there are always people that are fragile, or that are can't help themselves, that are being hurt on the other side. So obviously. Yes, I believe in that. I absolutely believe on that side of it. Like I said, I don't know that there's the Illuminati. I don't know that this is necessarily true. That's not necessarily a thing. Or if somebody came up with that name and said, "Hey, this is what we're gonna call it," and everybody ran with it. I don't know. What I do know is that there's a lot of ugly and a lot of abuse, a lot of bad things that they do. And it's sad and it's real. Like we saw it with our own eyes. Just a snippet of what they go through. You know what I mean? Those girls. And it's unfortunate that it happens a lot more than we know, and that we want to see. I really wouldn't want to see anyone else getting abused like that. So, but unfortunately, it has to come out to open people's eyes. That this is real. It's not just someone saying it on paper or coming out on Instagram or whatever. Oh, well, here someone's like, it's real. It really happened.
Yeah.
And it's sad and it's ugly when you actually see it with your own eyes.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Love, 100%. And even with the entertainers, I can even remember with Diana Ross when she came back. First time I saw her on television, I saw her making Illuminati signs. With her, when this was back when AIDS were out. That's how long ago. I saw her making signs. And I'm not that knowledgeable about their practices, but what they call the secret sciences like masonry and those type of things, lodges, all of that has different symbolism, also like Santeria and what they call voodoo. Originally those are things that are spiritual, that are positive, but the world has taken them, and they have taken them and turned them into something negative, you know. But because of the spirit, the original spiritual aspect of them is a positive thing, and but when you're deciding what people are going to believe, and then you can turn it into something else, and that's what happens, you know. So really the hardest part is when we see these things and we see these people that we admire and look up to, and we see them involved and they're saying these things, then it becomes even more unbelievable, because we can't place ourselves in that situation and say, well, this wouldn't happen to me. The point that Mo 3 times made about in the movies, the elevator closed and, you know, that's it. Oh yeah, that's how it happens in the movie, you know, Mo 3 times. But in real life, you saw what happened. You saw what happened when it wasn't no script. That's the reality. The movies can always make the ending better, you know, or you can always have that person that makes that last desperate escape, you know, to freedom. You know, that works fine in the movie, but in real life, the psychological damage and the psychological captivity that people place you under when they have you under their power and you're dependent on them for your existence, that is quite a double different avenue to go down, you know. And that's what those people, from the person who's supposed to be the bodyguards, from the person who's the valet to the what they call it, the one who dresses your clothes, your stylist, all of them, they all know that this is part of what they're involved in, you know. And so they accept it, and the further that they want to go in and become entrenched in the business, the more that they have to do. So so literally you have to, you know, you have to sell your soul to, you know, you have to sell your soul to the devil.
I would agree with that.
And if you're not,
I would agree with that because I would agree with that because, like, these reports about Diddy and all his ongoings they've been reported as like the early 90s. So for you to do something so vile and vicious for that amount of time, we're talking about 3 decades. There's no way you can do that without a team, without people being complicit in what you're doing and helping you and assisting you. And this is where we come back to when we're talking about surviving R. Kelly. Like, my dude, you have assaulted, you're assaulting a little girl, and you have her father. Her father is playing bass in your band, and you guys are all cool with that? Like, and the only person we're prosecuting is R. Kelly? Like, I have no problem with him being in jail. You know, that's the evidence. That's what happened. But we also have seen that he had a team behind him to get this done. I'm pretty sure everybody know about Harvey Weinstein. It was an inside kind of like Hollywood joke. So, like, these people know what's going on. It does, you know, you kind of get into that, like, that figure eight of, hey, why don't you say anything? To, like, hey, we're afraid. It's like Training Day. You want to go home, you want to go jail. Sometimes you just got to go jail.
Yeah. Well, let me share this with you, bro. And this is a Richard Pryor story. I saw Richard Pryor on a documentary, and he said that when he was doing stand up, and he wanted to get into comedy. Into movies. He was doing comedy, but he wanted to get into movies, you know. So he was friends with this guy who passed away not too long ago. That Paul Mooney took him to one of the production people and one of the Hollywood people so he could get into movies. And so they're in Richard said they're in the office. Those three, they're in the office. They're sitting at the table, sitting down and talking. And so the guy, just the movie mogul, he told Richard Pryor, he said, he said, Richard, before we do anything, I want to perform fellatio on you, So Richard Pryor said he looked at the cat like he was crazy, and he got up, because I guess this was the first time he was exposed to what Hollywood was. But Richard Pryor said he got up and left the room and walked out, and so Paul Mooney followed him, followed him out, coming in the hall. And Paul Mooney told him, said, Richard, man, he said, that's the way you get in. That's how you get in, man. I said, go ahead and let the man do that, let the man do that to you, And so he said, after Paul Mooney talked, he said, go back in there and talk to him, man. So Paul Mooney didn't go back in the room, but Richard went back in the room. And so after a while, Richard came back out, and so Paul Mooney asked him when he were waiting in the hall for him. He said when he came out, he said, "How did it go?" Richard said, "I got the part, motherfucker." Excuse my language, but that was for him. He had to give in to something that was completely against what he would do, and he had to let somebody perform that act on him before he got into the movies. So I'm excuse me. Mm-hmm. Pardon me?
No, I'm playing sound effects to accompany this story that's going on here. That, it's amazing. All right,
okay,
so damn, Richard Pryor had to suck a dick so he could star in The Toy. Mm-hmm. I love that movie, but damn it, Richard Pryor.
Yeah, but that, and matter of fact, the movie that came out after that particular incident was him and the Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder, the movie, I think they were prisoners or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, well, it was that movie where they were supposed to be in jail or something. But anyway, but I use that, and excuse my foul language, but I use that because that's the way he told the story, and it wasn't no joke.
Right,
he was seriously talking.
What happened?
But on that, you mentioned earlier about somebody wanting to write their memoirs or write their untold story about a celebrity. To move fast forward, after Richard Pryor died, okay. Richard Pryor's the lady he was married to last, she wanted to write a tell-all book about Richard Pryor and the things that he was doing, and then she was revealing stuff about his relationship and his affairs he had with Marlon Brando, etc. And that book just went right down into the furnace. Never could get it published. Never could get any legs. Because they didn't want that, the industry didn't want that to,
because
want that to be published.
Are part of the media. Books are part of the media, and the media, obviously, there's a group of people that got a stranglehold on it.
Yeah, and that's the point that I wanted to make is that they are all intertwined. The arts, entertainment, sports, the media. All of it they all drink from the same well, so that's why things can be so controlled, and that's why things can just disappear like they do, and everybody clearly understands that's involved in that type of career and that type of lifestyle, but the thing is I shared this the last one with you. I'm sorry, but I want I'm just trying to get us to understand that things ain't what they really always seem to be. And I'll share this with you. This is a conversation I had with that I got to know this guy. He was a heavyweight champion more than once in his life, in his career, and I got to know him. We talked, and I would see him. I worked at the airport as a porter, and I would come in, and he would come into the city, and at late at night we would talk,
Mm-hmm.
And so
who was it?
I asked him one time, and I'm not gonna call his name.
Okay.
And but I got to know him to the point where we could talk about different things, and I asked him, one time, just about, how is it that all of the finance disappears? When y'all in these fights and making these millions of dollars. So he broke down, that how the money, ain't what it seems, by the time it gets to him, so I'm not gonna do numbers, but I asked him at the end after he explained it to me. I said, why? I said, you know, I said that's cold blooded, you know. And I said, well, since you explained it to me now, I see better the end results of things. You know how they can just take things back from you and that you never had. You say you live in this house or this kind of compound,
right?
But they can just come back and take this stuff back. But this is what he said. This is the reason why I thought about it, and I wanted to share this with our listening audience. You know, and he said this to me. He said, well, let me explain it to you like this, man. He said, no matter what happened, you're gonna. I'm gonna clean it up this time. I ain't gonna say it like he said it. When you in this business, you know, sports entertainment, he said you're gonna get violated. Okay, yeah. He said that's gonna happen. He said, but you have to decide whether you want to get violated with or without Vaseline. And that was his exact. You know, that was his words. Without the clean side. That's what we. So. When he said that, it just blew my mind. So that means that, you know, that everybody that's involved already know that, you're in a situation where you're going to end up on the short end of the stick and you're going to be the victim. So you the victim, and then you have to end up victimizing other people. So it's a trickle down effect, you know. But I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know if that helps any, but I just wanted to put that out there.
That's Mainline.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a question. Also on the Mo Love show, one of the topics that we discussed was Democratic representative in Congress, Jasmine Crockett, and her responding to rude comments made towards her by Marjorie Taylor Greene. Did you get any chance to watch any clips on that? She talked about her eyelashes, and she shot back about her body.
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
Yeah, only again on your show. I saw it on your show.
What's your opinion about that?
That's why I made. That's why I made the comment. I think on the thing it was entertaining because I thought I was watching the, you know, I'm dating myself. I thought I was watching the WWF, you know,
right.
You know, the way that the way that everybody was capping on each other. You know, I said, wow. I said, you know, this is odd. I said, I was expecting, you know, like some of the foreign countries where they be in or in the House of Commons. Next thing you know, everybody is fighting and yelling and throwing. That's what I was looking to break out.
They're always roasting each other up in the House of Commons, yeah. And then they're cheering each other on.
Yes, sir. Yes, and that's what I'm telling you, that's what I was expecting to happen. And I said, you know,
there was a congressman walking around that floor with a cup of alcohol, not even trying to hide it, not even acting like it was in a Stanley. He had, you know, when you got that walk that you got liquor in your cup, so you're holding it like this and just walking through like that. That's how he had the cup. I believe him when they said he had liquor in the cup.
Cutting down on emotions.
They were out of control in there. I think what happened was they were sitting in there all day. They have been in there already in the session for like over 10 hours when it started popping off like that. So I'm pretty sure being stuck in that room for that amount of time did not help. But damn, you know, there's kind of no excuse. And one of the things that I remember was like I took Model Congress, so we would have like little sessions just like that, and it would get testy. And that was one of the just like what Jasmine did was one of the easiest clapbacks. You call a point of order when something doesn't go your way, and you say, so if blah, blah, blah did this to me and there was no justice, then if I said this, blah, blah, blah about her, would I get the same results and stuff like that? And that would, you know, cause a little fight or some laughter or something like that. So, like, they were acting like teenagers in there. Yeah. And it's amazing that they could behave this way, well, with the shape of the way our country is in. It's not like we are flourishing right now or anything where they have time to do that. I think it's insulting. It's kind of insulting. It's entertaining and insulting at the same time. What do you think about it?
I agree with you. 100%. But that's what happened when you have lights, cameras, and action. that's about your show last week when you were talking about being narcissistic.
Yep.
That's when we had these platforms, and we know that it's just like us as private citizens. Once that camera go on, everything else, professionalism, consideration, logic. And you say, man, why that was crazy? Why you do that? That was crazy. But the lights is on, and so we're like a microcosm of the way that the Hollywood industry works. We're and when we see that that we have a chance of getting that 15 minutes of fame, man, we're not gonna let it pass us by. And irregardless of what the repercussions are, and that's what you saw with the bleach haired blonde lady. That was just, I just thought I was on the corner with 7-Eleven.
Bleach blonde, bad build, butch body. Those were the words that were said. Those were the words. Hold on for 1 second. I think I might have. Love, are you there?
But you
look at this though,
and, but the
Mainline.
thing,
Look at this bad bleach blonde body. Look what she's doing.
Oh man, I can't see it, but I
was cracking up.
Yo, my God!
But
I'm not allowed to make comments on people's bodies here. But if I was, point of order, if I would make fun, I would be like, she looks like
she does look like she works out.
She does look like she works out.
I'm not gonna lie.
She does. She does. I think she would kick Jasmine Crockett's ass in a physical fight. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mo 3. I can't see the film screen because I'm on the phone. But I just wanted to say this, man. When she said she had the butch body, man,
my God.
I ain't heard that. I hadn't heard the butch body, man. Because that's what we used to call, for it to be modern times,
right?
Because that's just like saying somebody, calling a female a dagger, back in the day. But when we said that, I just shook my head. I say in this politically correct time, she did not call that girl a butch body. I just fell out on the floor.
It was hilarious. And then you know what made me go over the top after that? When poor James Comer didn't hear it, and he honestly was like, "What? Whoa, what was that?" In the perfect timing, and I was just no good.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
He was the perfect straight man. He was the perfect straight man on that one.
He was, and everybody else started laughing. That was just perfect.
Yeah.
That's God speaking when stuff like that happens. When stuff like that happens, I think.
We are back into talking shit.
Yeah.
Clicks.
All right. Hey, Love, you got anything for us? Are we gonna do another Mo Love show? Do the people have anything to look forward to?
Yeah. We got to have another Love. That's not even. We looking to need part 3, episode 3.
We got to get episode 3 going.
That's always good. And the only thing is, if you can I ask y'all to do this if y'all gonna have it, kind of give you an alert, because I actually stumbled on it after it was done, because I don't keep my phone with it. But if y'all know that you're going to do it in advance during the week.
It wasn't a live show, though, David.
It wasn't live.
Okay.
It wasn't a live show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We just it was a pre-recorded. We just go on there.
Well, yeah, but I stayed up late last night and made sure I listened to it. And I know my neighbors probably thought I was crazy because y'all were laughing. I was just laughing at the straight man.
Oh my God.
But it was too funny.
Comer's out of control.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, and look, and thank you for letting me share the airwaves with you.
Yeah.
And I always appreciate the opportunity, man. And I just try to support what's going on, man. Thank y'all both. I love you guys.
Appreciate the wisdom, your opinion, and your outlook on things. Thank you. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It is. You see, I'm melting in here. I am melting in here.
You're hot now?
But yeah, I just want to show you. Point of order, would I be? She does. She's bleach blonde. She is true. And her build is subjective. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I am not allowed to comment about anyone's body. Ain't that right, Love?
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to say that she looks like the inside.
No, but let's be honest.
Like a Ninja
She
Turtle
looks
without
like
the shell.
She does work out.
She does work out.
I never really looked at her body, but she looks like she does.
I bet she can shoot too. I bet she goes to the
So
range.
I think Jasmine was wrong on that one because Jasmine doesn't work out, and we know that.
No, we know Jasmine doesn't
Which
work
is
out.
cool.
Jasmine's not doing that. Like I said, like if
Doesn't
Marjorie
work
wanted,
out.
Marjorie was. I don't know, but still, like I would think that if Jasmine's hands are as quick as her
but it
mouth,
was hilarious.
it would be a battle. It would be a battle. Like you don't want Marjorie to get a hold of you, so you're gonna have to stick and move. She's gonna have to stick and hope she's wearing flats on that day if it ever happens. You think AOC could like beat her? I don't even know why we're doing this. Let's not do this. Let's not do UFC for these lady representatives.
I don't like violence. I'm not doing that.
I will say this. This has been a great one. This was what our show was going to be about, but hey, it didn't end up that way. And hell, I'm not even mad. We got a mainline show tonight, guys.
The Supreme Court judge.
Oh, we didn't get to. Oh man,
We didn't have time. That's
we didn't
all
have
right.
time for
Next
Leo,
time.
but we'll talk about it on the Mo Love show. Check us out. I should probably have that out by like if we do them on Sunday, then I can have it out by like Tuesday. If we do a Mo Love show on Sunday, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can do it Saturday
And then when you
or
get
Sunday,
comfortable, we can it'll be easy. We can go live, and you can just so you're not always cursing me out.
I don't like live.
Just cursing me out and talking crazy to me, saying words in Spanish that I don't
You know,
understand.
no,
but I understand the energy behind them, and it's not
you need
good.
to be lying on live now.
Like I hadn't eaten, I hadn't drinking anything. I had to go brush my teeth again after this.
I just made you dinner. What are you talking about?
That's true. That's true. Just feeding me. I mean, that's like what torturers do. You gotta keep me alive so you can continue pelting me and beating me. I'm just kidding.
You
I'm
asked
just
me to
kidding.
make you dinner. I wasn't even gonna make
just
dinner.
kidding.
You said.
Yeah, I did the hard work. I
dinner, I made you
defrosted.
dinner. I wasn't even
I
going
remember
to
to
cook.
defrost it. You know, that's
So, come
50% of the job right there. Is remember to take that meat out the fridge, out the freezer.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed
I love this
up?
button. You know I love
Have you
this
gone
button,
through a
right?
time of swallowing?
But I also love this button.
Blonde, bad.
And this isn't even Jasmine Crockett. This is a homegirl from CNN. Oh my God, that was crazy.
That's Abby Phillips.
Yeah.
That's Abby Phillips. He's my favorite.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Oh, and then we're gonna have to talk about Cameron going on CNN, because that was that is
Oh
a
my God, Cameron.
that's
With
a
Abby.
conversation
He was
to
with
have.
Abby.
That's a conversation to
Oh,
have.
he's a fool.
I'm gonna change. By the way, if you guys see it like it'll be like a Diddy thumbnail up for tonight, because that's really what we talked about, Diddy and the video and just domestic violence. Hey, that's what we had to do. And
Defense attorneys have proposed asking prospective jurors
so
if
if
they
you
have
see it, I'm going to
opinions
change the
about
thumbnail
people from New
because we
Jersey.
didn't get to talk about Monopoly. We'll talk about that on the
Well,
Mo
I've
Love
been on
show.
the show the whole time, but I'm going to go. I'm going to let you go now.
Oh.
This is your show, and we
Go
done
ahead.
pooped over.
No, go ahead, love. That's what it's all about. It's the we episodes. I like when everybody comes in and gives their gives their opinion. That's what the show's about.
No, I'm going to say good night to everybody, and thank you for watching our show. And I'm sorry to interrupt you. Thank you for watching our show, and we're another show next week. I don't know if we're going to do it every week,
I think we can do
but
it.
we're down for this week
I
because we
think
got a few topics.
If I can just get you, if I can get half hour of you once a week, I believe we can do it. I know that's more than possible. Hey, everybody out there, I also want to remind you, Mainline made a good point. He said he didn't get an alert. Don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe if you will, and hit the notification bell so as soon as we drop anything, if I decide to go live, like playing Helldivers or just something crazy comes up and I just want to go live, or if we drop the Mo Love show, you will get a message on your telephone. But once again, it's hot in here, as you can see. I gotta take the cover off, but I am Mo 3 times, and this is Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, original podcast channel on YouTube. And you've been watching, well, not the me, you've been watching the we episodes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Enjoy your weekend, and I'll get back to you post-haste. One more time, children. Peace out.